On both of my E39s I'm having issues with the fuel pump. One is making noise and the other one is kind of hack job. Somebody did a hack job on it. Did like one of those cheap eBay pumps for $28, installed it, and it looks ugly and makes noise. So what I did, I went to the junkyard and dig through a few E39s, and I found good stock fuel pump that works, and good also stock, but looks like this has been replaced with the original BMW brand, both the pump and the float. It was only like $25 at the junkyard, so I'm going to replace it now in my 528i and 540i, both 1997. One-time crimp clamp that if you try to cut it with this, with some good pliers, there's a great chance that you break this nipple, and then it's done. It's game over. You gotta buy another whole float. What I like to do with this, take a Dremel tool and cut it. Once the clamp is off, I like to use this to tuck it underneath this hose in order to break the seal of the old hose. If you pull on this too hard, you may break the nipple. So you gotta make it loose first, like this. First, I'm gonna be removing the fuel pump from my 528i. Simply just pull here and pull over there, and this, and pull it out. That's the driver's side float. This is the passenger side float and the fuel pump. So what do? You remove this. It's going to be exposed to 3 screws, Phillips screws. You unscrew that, and you have access to the fuel pump. See, this one is making noise. This is the one from the eBay that the previous owner installed. Before pulling this hose out, I like to tap with the screwdriver, loosen this, tap it slightly with a hammer and a screwdriver, get it slightly loose, because you don't want to be banging the screwdriver into here once you get some fuel around here. When you pull the hose, it might spark a fire. Usually you can just pull it here and it'll come out, but this one is a little bit stubborn. There you go. See this gasket? Pull the gasket up with this, because if you don't do that, you're going to have reduced opening to pull everything out. I can already see that the previous owner did not install this pump correctly. This ribbed hose should be all the way this way. It's all twisted wrong. What you must do first is get the float out of here first. Get the float out of here first, like this. Then the fuel pump is secured by, you gotta press it like this. There are 2 tabs on the side of the pump, and it's housing twisted, and then the pump comes out. Let's see what this guy did. And he modified on the bottom of the pump. He was like cutting something, and he put this aftermarket strainer. But good thing that this ribbed hose is flexible. Usually when this is old, it'll crack. Once that happens, it's better just to get everything new. This is where the pump plugs in. There. And then this is where the float guide is. And this is how pump should be installed. See this ribbed hose? should be like this inside of a tank towards the left side of the vehicle. And this is where it plugs in the cradle. This, see? Also check and make sure that you have the O-ring right here. This is that part where it plugs in. It gets the feed from the other side of the tank. Now you can see how the pump goes in and fits. See that? There and there. You should be secured in. When you try to pull it up, you shouldn't be able to do that. You see that how the cable is inside, going inside towards the left side of the vehicle? Alrighty then. Okay, you see how the float went this way to the right side of the vehicle? And then this cable gotta go this way. Once you get it in there, there's a spot where this part plugs in, and it's right here. So let's do that. Okay, so I almost got it in there, but now remember this gasket. Remove this gasket from here and set it on the tank first. Okay, gasket is on the tank now. See, now see the guy here, this right here goes to the rear like that, and then just push it in. You don't have to use a hammer anymore. All you gotta do is push it with the screwdriver to make it tight. That's it, not too much. And I put a more appropriate hose clamp on there. Now don't put the cover back on yet. Start the car and look for any leaks. If no leaks, put everything back. That's it. Time to replace another one. Let's see what kind of a hack job is in here. Looks good from outside. My goodness, look at this mess. This one didn't even have a strainer. It looks like somebody tried to put in E36 fuel pump and install just a regular hose. And the wiring harness is peeling off. Wow. That's why I'm going to be installing this one. Looks like it's pretty clean in there. There's a piece, there's some rubber piece that I'm going to take off. Well, that'll be all now. I'm going to be installing this pump in there now. I know it's working. So this will end the video. Please like and subscribe. See you next time, guys.